All right, we are live. Hey, everybody. YouTube, hopefully. Definitely YouTube. Hopefully, Twitter as well. So we'll see. I did that on the last stream, and it was pretty successful. So let me know you're hearing me, seeing me, okay. So what I want to do is build an additional text message admin feature to my text message admin. It might be easier. You know what? Let's show. We got a good camera here. Let me bring it up on the phone, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. Hopefully my wife or something doesn't message me in the process here. Let me go full screen me. Hey, there you go. All right, cool. Let's see here. Can you see this? Let's focus. There we go. Okay, so I have shift here on my text message just as like a contact, and then I message it things. And this allows me to kind of offer support on the go. So last week, for example, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I was at Laracon in the audience. I didn't necessarily want to whip out the MacBook Pro and, try to connect to spotty internet. So I was able to offer immediate support because I could just text these things. So like run this shift, reset this shift, things of that nature. Even this morning, I was at a doctor's appointment this morning, first thing. And so I'm able to offer full real-time support, for my phone. And that's super convenient, right? I mean, people, I think, dismiss the text as an interface. It feels kind of 90s or something. But, it really is it's a command line in a way, right? It's a prompt. Like, look at ChatGPT now. It's all just a prompt. Like, just like you message your friends and family and stuff through text, you're messaging AI, in this prompt. So we have this prompt and I'm able to send it commands effectively. So it's been super fun for me. It's been pretty cool. So what I want to do is build that. I have a new one that I've noticed has kind of crept up a little bit lately when offering support. So let's go look at the ones I have, and we'll kind of go from there. So if we look, all right, I can work on master. We're good here. I think I have like an SMS, SMS controller. We got some tests for this. Okay, so here's what comes across. Now, behind the scenes, originally I was using Nexmo. I think they're now Vonage, but there are all sorts of SMS services you can use out there. You could probably even find some way to roll your own if you want, but it's Nexmo and now Vonage, and effectively I have been assigned, for $1 a month or something, I can get that phone number that I had, a US-based phone number, or wherever you are in the world, and you create basically a webhook. And so the webhook sends you a request. This request has, in this case, text. So I just kind of parse that text out, and I get kind of the command and then the order ID. Now, right now this is reset, whether it's to be reset or not. So this is all what's going to need to change. But just to kind of catch everybody up here, effectively I get an SMS request, and in that request payload I have text. And I basically just figure out what I'm doing based on the type of text that I'm getting. So there's a little bit of parsing down here. Effectively we say, hey, make everything str lower. If it starts with an R, then I'm going to take everything beyond the end of that. And then kind of that's my order ID and then my quote unquote command. Now, right now, the only command is reset, that little R that we saw there. So if I have R and then an ID, that means reset the shift with that ID. If I don't have an R at all, in this case, there's nothing before it, then it's just the ID and I handle, the order or reset it or do something like that, right? So really top level here, very straightforward, parse out the text. Hey, if the string link's 40, then I know it's a Docker token, so I need to reset that in a different kind of way. Otherwise, I'm gonna handle order. So now we're gonna introduce a new one. The new one I want to introduce is the ability to email me a log file. So instead of texting it R and the order ID, I would want to text it, let's say L, right? L, and where is L and R? Okay, L and R are on the other sides of the keyboard. At first I was thinking E for like email me, But because E and R are actually right next to each other on the keyboard, I think I'm going to go with L. So again, just to avoid any kind of like false positive where I reran someone's shift, right? That's not what I want to do. So, all right, cool. So let's keep rocking here. Oh, I'm hearing some stuff in the chat. Cool. Samuel, hey, how's it going? Sly, how long have you had? I've had this feature for a long time. I actually wrote a blog post. I'll dig it up and put it in the YouTube comments. I wrote a blog post, gosh, probably like 6 or 7 years ago. Again, when this was still Nexmo, which was kind of, I saw them a lot in the PHP community at like conferences and stuff. They had like a little booth. So that's kind of just why I used them. So I'm glad to give them a shout out. They've been great. Their pricing was great. Again, they're now Vonage, which is obviously a larger company. So I can't speak to that. So, but I've had this for a really long time. I think Jake and Dorinda, shouted this out maybe a year ago on like North Meets South podcast. Agreed though. It's like it's completely underutilized. This is great. Like I can do a lot from the email, right? But I don't want to like SSH into the server or something from my phone. And sometimes that's for Shift. I have a lot of different workers. So like, I don't know which worker actually ran this job. So to get the log is a little bit difficult. I used to kind of email myself the log, and I do that, but that's only after there's like a failure. So sometimes people just want to know, I need to just see on the fly what happened. So again, the ability to text myself L and the order number is going to be pretty sweet. So let's start building. I saw a test for this, so let's be good kids today, and we're going to drive out this via a test. So store validates form action, fine. Returns 404 when shift is not found, fine. Store reruns a shift, okay, cool. Store resets a shift, cool. Returns 404 for Docker. So basically we have the combinations of rerunning and resetting a shift. So now we want to introduce a new command to do email, store emails log for shift ID, right? Let's do something like that. So let's drive this out a little bit. We'll say store. So we'll say store emails, store emails log for shift ID, right? Is that kind of what we're saying here for a shift? Yeah, okay, cool. So store emails log for shift ID. Okay, cool. We're gonna make an order. It's paid. We set up all the factory all the same way. We're gonna queue fake. Now we're actually gonna introduce, mail fake, right? Cool. All right, let's do that. And then we've got artisan spy. Why do I have artisan spy? Why am I doing artisan spy? Oh, that's interesting. Underneath, I'm calling a command that resets this. That's a little bit old school, but again, I've had this for a long time. So it's interesting that I'm leveraging artisan underneath, but it doesn't really matter. It's all just calling code within Laravel, so it's not a big deal. So we could say something like artisan should not have been called. Cool. You just definitely should not call artisan in this particular case. Instead, and nothing should be pushed to the queue. That's good. Instead, we should now say something like mail assert queued, I guess. And then the mail, there's already a mail for this. So let me go see here. Let's go find the mail. Automation failed. There's like a shift failed. Shift alert maybe. What does this one say? Whoa, that screen size is huge. Let's lower that a bit. Okay, attachment. Okay, so we already get all the attachment for free. Shift number, whatever, failed. Blah, blah, blah. It didn't, It didn't necessarily fail. Now, do I care? It's just me ever using this. I'm just trying to think, do I copy this shift alert and make like a shift log email? I don't know. It's so lightweight. Like, why not? Never be afraid to copy paste. Everybody's always trying to like abstract code and make fanciness. Just here's a shift log email. Who gives a shit, right? Like, it's fine. It speaks. I don't want to like toggle this failed or not failed. Because again, I could be emailing this for whatever. So shift failed admin notification, shift log notification. That's fine. It's just a text-based email. Let's go make this. So I'm just going to wire this up while we're here because it's not necessarily a testable thing. So let's get in emails, text. That's fine. And what do we call this? Shift log, shift failed admin notification. A little redundant. Shift log. I guess we'll keep the admin. Shift log. Okay, so shift number. Let's just say attached is the log for shift number, blah, blah, blah. Ran. Attached is the log for shift number, blah, 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 to run the blah, blah, blah on the blah, blah, blah of the blah, blah, blah. Log files. Oh, okay, here we go. Shift for running the blah, blah, blah. Okay, exit code this user email. Okay, so this gives me the user email address. That's good. Whoops. Don't close that. That was the stream link. Don't close that. All right. Let's keep going. Okay, so admin. So let's put admin back in here just to be somewhat consistent. Okay, so we've just copied this real quick to be shift log. All right, so let's go back. We have that all set up now. So we're gonna say assert queued shift log class, and ooh, I thought I did a PR. Oh no, I didn't do that. Never mind. Okay, cool. Mail orders. Wow, good job, chat. Or good job, Copilot. That was pretty good. That was kind of impressive. It got this mail here. So it got mail. Exit code. I don't think I need exit code because again, we're not presuming a failure in this case. And in fact, order should have the exit code. Did I read that correct? Was it pulling? No, exit code was fancy. I'm pretty sure order has exit code. I kind of don't, to be honest, I kind of don't care about the exit code because I just want the log. I want the log. I don't care about all this other stuff. So again, glad we kind of forked this. Now it handles pulling all the log file off of S3 and all that for me. So I don't have to mess with all this. All I have to do is go back to this test. I want to pass it this correct information, the correct format, and it should send this email address. That's what we're expecting it to do. So if I pass it an L or a capital L or an L with a space or an L with a space, capital L with a space, any of these variants, again, I'm just kind of randomizing that there as part of the test data. And I said, oh, here's my phone number. You can message me. There's my phone number. That's hilarious. Okay, anyway, don't blow me up. All right, cool. So here we go. We have this L, all the different variants for the different types of L. All right, so let's copy this out, and then we'll do vendor, bin, PHP unit, that. And we should expect this to fail, of course, because we haven't set any of this up yet. So we're getting failed asserting that 422. 422. What is 422? Unprocessable entry or something? Do I do a 422? That's crazy. I don't even know what a 422 is off the top of my head. What is 422 HTTP code? Nope. I was wondering if Copilot would pick that up for me. Yeah, what is 422? Someone in the chat tell me what 422 is. I feel like it's like unprocessable entry or something. Did I not send it to the right place? That's strange. Okay, well it is store emails logs ID returned 204 but received 422. Oh, the text field format is invalid. Oh, okay, sorry. I think it's down here. Of course, it's down here. My bad. Duh. 422. I must be crazy. I thought that was like a different error message. Validation exception. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, duh, it's a validation exception. Okay, because of course the problem is we've failed our format in the regex. So you can't just text me anything, right? You have to text me this particular format. So Okay, let's change this to, unprocessable content. Yeah, it's not technically a validation exception, but it's what Laravel uses. Okay, so really what we're after here is L or R space. Okay, so this should get us a little bit farther. All right, so you have to send it to that number. You have to send it with this format. So we should get a little bit farther now. Hopefully, like, the mail was not sent, right? No, text field format is invalid. The message was right in front of me. Okay, L or R, right? And then D, what are we sending? Maybe I'm not sending what I think I'm sending. Let's go back to our little new stuff here. Let's just, order ID should be fine. Let's check the regex. Yeah, I wonder if the or here is not, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to group this. I think I have to group this to be that. Maybe not. Received 404. Okay, that is maybe a little better. Maybe a little better. My guess is in parse text. 404 would return if we got down to handle order and find or fail crapped out because maybe it couldn't parse. Yeah, okay. So it's not parsing it. Okay, that's an interesting error that it says 404. We're technically sending the right format, but if we look at parse text, it doesn't start with an R, so it just gives it the other side, the whole text. Well, that's not an ID because it has an L in there, so now it's failing in find or fail. So it's actually a good error, a little bit misleading with the 404, but I think we've got it properly test driven out now. So let's get rid of this. I'm gonna change this to maybe say something like action, and we're gonna parse the text, and we're gonna return an array here, I think, right? Maybe. Yes. Okay, and so what we're gonna do is say text, lowercase everything. If the text starts with needles, perfect, then we say R or L, all right? And then we would take after the first, is search, can you pass in an array? No, it's just a string. It's just a string on there. I really don't want to make this like a weird match statement. It is a little clunky, I guess. Yeah. And you're not always going to have a space, so I can't split it on something else. So this is the action. What we technically return is a tuple of the action and then the order ID. So we can, let's just break this out. I think it's going to be more readable. So we can just say something like str, we can just use PHP for this. So if haysack starts with R, then just send that back. And instead of true, we would send back R for the action, right? And then same thing, we can just do another if statement with L. And then finally, we would just send back false or no action. And then after, we don't even need the after text part. We would really just send back text. Probably trim text, maybe, right? We should still probably trim it, just in case. Just in case. You can have some space. I don't think it would pass validation if it had a bunch of spaces in there. And I don't, again, I'm in control of the text message, so I don't type it that way. But let's see if we get a little farther down the line. We should actually get a mail wasn't sent now. Perfect. Okay, so the 404 was a little bit misleading, but if we think it through, we were just passing the raw text that we sent, the L and the order ID, down to Eloquent. And that didn't find anything, so it threw a 404. Okay, cool. Let's keep going here. Okay, so we have our text, we have our action. We rename this to action. We're always going to handle the order no matter what. So let's go down here. And now we can say order find or fail by ID if, so it's not a bool anymore of reset. Now it's a string of action. And then we can say, let's turn this into a match statement. Can we match this? All right, so match action. And we can say R is artisan this. So if you're R, that way if I ever build more, I think now it's a good time to refactor. Like we have 3 going on here. So L is going to be mail to, not order email. Not order email. Close, but no cigar. This will be config settings, or well, wait, it's shift. I forget it. It's like shift support email, I think. Let's go find out. Nope, just kidding. Shift. Where is my support email? I don't know where it is. I'll find the right one later. I don't want to like reveal some more. I don't want to reveal some more crap on live stream. Okay, so I think it's shift support email. Whatever, not a huge deal. We'll get that part right here in a second. Let's throw a comma in here so we have the right syntax, and then the default will be just to simply perform the shift. And I think you need a semicolon there, and I think I didn't get my comma here. And I don't need that. Okay, a little bit closer. Let's import. Okay, we're down to just, what are our warnings here? Find or fail, yeah, that's fine. I don't think I have, I'm on the iMac, and I don't think I have the Laravel IDEA plugin installed on this, which I need to. It would pick up all these fancy eloquent things. I could also craft these, I think, with query in front of them, and I get it better. Yeah, see? So I could put query there and get it. So you don't need the plugin, but it is a very good one. So I do need to make sure it's on here. Okay, so we find or fail. We go based on the action, and then we're going to reset it. Otherwise, we're going to send it, send the log, our new little shift log thing. It doesn't really matter who we send it to right now because I'm not testing that. I can, but I'll finish that up off stream. So I think we'll probably pass now. Let's see. Success. All right, cool. Let's run pint dirty. Just clean up all my junk there. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I think this would be fun. Let's see here. Yeah, okay, I'm just checking the stats. All right, let me do this. Let me go full stream me for a second. Deal with it, people. It's just me. It's my fun whip hat and my unshaven face. Let me get the right email address, and we're gonna deploy this, and we're gonna see if it works. Why not? It's fun. Feeling saucy today. Okay, let me get the right config. Yeah, in the comments. Yeah. I've revealed enough on the live stream. Let's just keep it moving here. I think it's actually in the mail config. Oh, where are you? You're somewhere. Let's check my .env. Definitely don't want to do that live. Mail from address. Do I just use the mail from address? Is that what I use? Come on. Where is this thing? Mail to. What do I call this thing? I know I'm just going to hard code it here in like 10 seconds because I'm kind of getting over it. I know I have like, because I change it per environment, and I could have sworn I had a little, I know I have a little helper that pulls it up in the blade components, but I've forgotten. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. Bear with me here. We're going to find this, we're going to deploy it, and we're going to go live. Shift.support_email address. I was close. Shift.support_email_address. All right, cool. That should be the right email address. We've run pint dirty. All right, cool. Git add. Let me just make sure I didn't blow anything else up here. All right, git commit -m add log SMS action. Git push. Okay. Let me get on the iMac. Let me also dig up one of my shifts to see. Got to get out on here somewhere. I don't think we need full screen me anymore. Or well, you know what? I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna bring up the phone and we're gonna type into it. So let's leave full screen JMac for a minute. Okay, where am I? All right, okay, cool. I got a shift number. Let's watch it deploy. Mails are queued, so I'm gonna have to go restart Horizon for a second. So keep hanging on, keep hanging on. We're almost there. All right, so we've got, I'm gonna pull the latest. I'm gonna deploy. We'll have to kill the internal workers Horizon to make sure that it gets the latest code for that queued email, since that email is new. And provided that we got those templates and everything right and I didn't leave a random variable, we should see this work. So let's find out. I'm deploying. It's deploying. Shouldn't take long. It's just a couple files. Go ahead and get into that static worker. And let's go to shift. All right, it's deployed. I need to restart the worker. It's restarting. Okay, here we go. All right, let me get the right number here. Fingers crossed, drum roll. Okay, so we've got the messages. Whoop, there we go. We got the messages. All right, so I'm gonna do L space. Let's get a shift number. All right. We're gonna do 12110. All right, it's in there. We're gonna hit send. We're doing it live. Oh, and then I can get my email on my phone too, of course. Okay, so here we go. Send. Boop. All right, we sent it. There's our L128110, which is the shift I ran for a recent human shift. So now, if we're lucky, I will get an email. Let's see. Give it a second. Ooh. We didn't get an email, but we got an error message. App mail shift log not found. Okay. Let me switch back. Let's go see why and where we got that. So so I must not have imported it? That's not right. Shift log is here. Shift log is here. That might make me feel like, again, the queued message didn't pop up somewhere. I wonder if I needed to run dump autoload since it was new. I wouldn't think so, but you know what? I'm gonna run dump autoload real quick. I don't feel like that should have been the issue, but I'm gonna run composer dump autoload and we're gonna send it again. All right, so we're dumping the autoload. It did push it up, right? Oh, hold on. I know what I did. Nah. I hate using getadd dot, and so I used getadd-u, but look, I didn't get the new files. Okay, let's run pint one more time because we didn't have the new files. All right, that's good though. Hey, we're getting there. All right, let's go one more time. It never works the first time, right? That would have been nuts. We're not that good. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Hang tight. Okay, git add dot git commit -m missing files. I don't care. I'm rolling with it. All right, cool. Let me deploy from the MacBook. All right, we're pulling. We're deploying. Probably need to go restart Horizon again to have it pick that up. Yeah, I was gonna be shocked if I had to run dump autoload because it's PSR4 and it should not need that. Let's go full screen JMac again. All right, it's gonna work this time. It's gonna work. Okay. We TDD'd and wrote the code really well. We did not deploy very well. It happens. I feel like D. Cole right now, but I'm not on stage. So, okay. Let's go back. Okay, so that was our one from before. I'm just going to be fancy and we're going to copy, paste, and we're going to put an L in front of it. Okay, so here's our new one. There's our new one. Send. All right, we sent it. So we got two in a row now to demonstrate that it's not working. It's going to work this time. Okay, going to go back to my email. It's going to need to queue, so we'll give it a second. If this doesn't work, we'll check Horizon and see why it is or is not queuing. All right, refreshing my email. I think the internal queue's got like a 30-second delay, so let's see what happens. I should probably have some error handling. I would think that thing has a log file. I should probably have some error handling that if the message isn't, I mean, it would just error out. All right. I'm not getting an email, so let's get into Horizon. Oops. Let me log into Horizon real quick. And let's see what's up with this job. It's not pending. It's not. Oh, our mail? Are emails considered jobs when they're queued? I would have thought to see it on. This is all just lost in the ether now. There's no pending job. Oh, sorry. You can't see my screen. Let me show my screen. There's no pending jobs, and it's not listed as a failed job. So that's interesting. And I restarted Horizon. It's running. It's running on the system queue. Well then, that's anticlimactic. I'm going to send it one more time. Just for the heck of it. The email is what I think it is, or at least I think so. There aren't any jobs, so nothing's pending. No, it's just mail coach. I don't think it's going to show the emails as jobs. Let's make sure I didn't go to spam or something weird like that. Nope. Well, shucks. I really wanted to see this in action. All right, let's look at the code one last time. Maybe I missed something. All right, so what is this down here? Reset Docker tokens, different. Okay, so mail to, we found that email address. That's good, should be good. I'm gonna triple check that actually real quick. I'm gonna go on the server in Tinker and make sure that is a legit email address. Because obviously if it's not the right email address, then we wouldn't get the email. So shift support email address. Yep. That's the right, that's a good email address. I should be getting that. Shift log goes here. It sends the log. It would be replyable to the user, which is nice. Yeah. Jobs are running, so it's not that. I'll have to put some debugging in there to see like why is this getting sent? I mean, the L's not wrong, our test pass. The code would lead me to believe that it's all good, but obviously I'm not getting the email. Now there's 100 reasons why you can't get an email. So, unfortunately, I think we'll have to pause there. I don't really have any quick ideas on why it's not working. You added admin to the file name, but not the mailable. Oh, is that true? I would have got an error message. Let me check the logs on the server. Let's do just one last thing here and see what we get. Yeah, there's nothing on that worker's logs that would be a problem. And again, if it couldn't find the image, I would have expected to get an error report in Sentry. What else do we have? Cool. Did you validate the sender? Yeah. No, everything looks good. Everything looks good. Don't have a quick answer here. So let's just refresh here just to make sure. Nope. And it didn't go, yeah, it doesn't go there. Okay, well, shucks, not seeing a crosshair. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add some debugging, and then I'm gonna figure out what the problem is, and I'll post on Twitter where I'll post a screenshot of it actually showing up on my phone once it's there, and why maybe it didn't show up during the stream. So anyway, this was fun. Sorry we couldn't see it come across, but this was good. So you can edit or you can manage this stuff from the phone. That's going to be nice. I'll be able to get logs when someone says, "Oh, what happened?" or "Oh, it didn't do this." I can get the log. I can kind of review the audit trail, the analytics, and kind of see, like, give me a little bit of insight. I talked about this in a previous LairCon talk, but like Shift has kind of these just generic analytics of like, found route service provider, found using carbon 4 methods or carbon 3 methods, or whatever. So it gives me some insight when someone messages me for support of like what the Shift did or did not do. Because again, I don't see the code necessarily. I don't see the PR necessarily. It's a private repo. So I don't see those things. So I have to be able to kind of have these breadcrumbs of what happens. So getting the log on my phone for any shift at any time, anywhere, will be pretty cool. So I'll get this working and I'll prove it with a screenshot. So thanks everybody for joining live. See you all next week.